The Farlands, an extremely famous Minecraft phenomenon that appears 12 million blocks away from spawn. And to sum it up, it is basically just a messed up Minecraft terrain generation. But the catch is that it completely corrupts your world. But that all changed when Mojang decided to remove the Farlands in beta version 1.7.3, aka 2011, and instead of this beautiful masterpiece, we got this. Yeah, I know. But as we all know, Minecraft has 3 different dimensions: the overworld, the nether, and the end. So what if we try to go 12 million blocks away from spawn in every single one of those dimensions? Well, that's what I'm gonna try to do in this video. And our journey starts in beta version 1.12.2, the nostalgic Minecraft that we're all familiar with. And the reason why I am currently here is because the first place that we're gonna be visiting is the regular Farlands. Because if we can't reach the place every Minecraft YouTuber has been to, then we for sure won't be able to reach the place that no one has ever even seen. But if the Farlands were removed in beta 1.7.3, then why am I in version 1.12.2? Well, that's because the cool thing about this version is that it fixes a lot of issues when reverting versions. And that's pretty useful since we're gonna be doing exactly that when we get to the Farlands. Oh yeah, and also in this version, you can actually travel a significant distance really fast with the /TP command, because I'm not trying to spend 30 days of my life pointlessly running around 12 million blocks away from spawn. Not really my favorite hobby. But okay, now we need to get back on track and talk about what the actual plan is on pulling this off. So step 1 of the plan is gonna be using the /TP command and teleporting on these exact coordinates. Now, step 2 of the plan is gonna be repeating this process until we land on top of an ocean.
Meanwhile,
okay, let's teleport. I mean, this is close enough, right? And landing on top of an ocean is necessary so we don't suffocate when we downgrade our world. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go find an ocean then. No, actually, fuck that. A river is just as good as an ocean. A river was not as good as an ocean. Now step 3 of the plan is gonna be actually downgrading the world, but then, I mean, that's kinda it. Basically, we're just there. Alright, so as I said, switch the version. Let's load in. Fuck. I mean, I'm alive. I definitely should have found an ocean, eh? Well, okay, my game is going at 3 frames per second, but we are there. Time to get back to work, I guess. Okay, but now, after the regular Farlands, we need to dive deeper into this whole Farlands thing and visit the Nether Farlands. That shit is gonna be much more complicated. Okay, so before we start switching versions and all that fuss, I want to see what would happen if we go 12 million blocks away from spawn in the nether dimension in regular vanilla Minecraft. So the newest version of Minecraft, aka version 1.21.8. So let's enter the portal, and oh my god, like every time I see this stupid dimension, I wanna jump in the lava. Dead ass. Now we just need to enter these exact coordinates, and now we need to teleport all the way to the Nether border, and now I could try to install mods to try to get rid of the border, but it doesn't really work like that, and obviously there's no Farlands beyond the border. So that's why I'm gonna resort to doing the same thing I did with the regular Farlands, except this time I'm gonna reach the Nether Farlands in survival mode. And we made it. Oh my god, that took a long time. But before we start actually gathering the resources, we need to do some math. So first of all, we are gonna need 162,500 rockets, which is about 2,539 stacks of rockets, or 94 shulker boxes full of stacks of rockets. That's actually insane. Next, we're gonna need 240 elytras with Unbreaking 3, which is about 6.5 shulkers full of Unbreaking 3 elytras. And how long is all that gonna take me, I hear you ask? Well, I don't know actually. Let's check how long that's gonna take. So that's 13 million blocks divided by 32 blocks a second. That's roughly 400,000 seconds, or 4.5 days of straight flying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a different solution for the time, but first we need to gather the resources, so I think we should start with that. But before I go over the list of the farms I made to gather the materials for this project, first we need to know what those materials even are. So first of all, for a flight duration 3 rocket, you need 3 gunpowder and 1 piece of paper. So that's 160,000 paper and about 100,000 to 160,000 creepers that need to be killed in a creeper farm. But there's still some materials missing, and I also needed to collect all those elytras and those Unbreaking 3 books, but that process was so boring, so I'm just not gonna include it. I'm gonna explain it really fast. So first of all, I killed some blazes and some endermen so I can gather blaze rods and ender pearls. So basically I turned the blaze rods into blaze powder. Then I took the blaze powder, I combined it with the ender pearls, and there you have it. So I had 12 eyes of ender. I went to the end portal, put all the eyes in, pulled out my sword, and I killed the ender dragon. But then I spent a week. I spent a week of my life trying to collect all those elytras. That's a stupid long amount of time. But okay, it doesn't matter. So finally, I had everything I need. I had the rockets, I had the elytras, and I had the storage. Now, the only thing I needed to do was execute the plan. So I went on the nether roof. Wow, it's empty as f*** up here. I pulled out my rockets and I started flying. And I flew for 4 full days. My god. I mean, I'm curious how I didn't die of boredom. Even after all that. After all that time, I finally came where I needed to be to visit the Nether Farlands. But okay, I made a copy of the world. I reverted it back to 1.7.3. And people, there it is. Finally, after all that time, here you go. The Nether Farlands. Jesus Christ, this video is over. Finally. Oh my god. I can finally go touch some grass, bro.
Yeah, smoking on his I swear really got me fried. I've been through a lot, I swear it helps me clear my mind. We put some work on the streets, we in overdrive. Saving 30% just to pay the fines. Only hit my phone if you need a 3-5. We making business moves, everyone is justified. My old lady dialed me up like when you coming home.